crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Atlanta Falcons.
Come on, fellas.
No, 319. It's the party now.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Kill. Topper.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. They're connecting here with DJ Shark. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Jaguar first down.
319.
Fournette, a first down carry. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 4th down, on his Logan Cook to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Ready? 8, read. X3. 218, chop it.
On 1st down, Monroe. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
Hey, box truck. Go. 48.
Throwing again. Monroe. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Hey, Delta. Rush in.
Off the play fake. Monroe. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. A nice pickup there. 18 yards. 1st down Falcons.
his position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Greystone, travel.
Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo.
Hey, zoom.
On 1st and 10, Monroe, man open, it's Goodwin. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
He's not going to get me.
45 to Mike.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers now to throw. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Fournette running out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. They really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Past the 20. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags 20.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Heavy on the edges. 49, check 49, check 49. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Protein spill.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready. 60 outlaw. Recon. 132 fighter.
Check 31. Mike 48. Mike 48.
Pilot. 64. Weak.
Under 10. Under 10.
Throwing on first down. Monroe. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Check 99. Check 99. 44. Mike 44.
Ready.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Back north. Watch the 6-6. Pull it high.
On the draw, this is Fournette. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
319.
Stand up, stand up. Hey, we got four now. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Intercepted. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check hot route. Hot. Switch.
Bravo. Snap.
Off play action. Monroe. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very long.
6-3. 218. Chop it.
Watch out.
Defense.
From the gun, Monroe. And the pressure gets to him again.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs. They covered well. Allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents. I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
All day, dog.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Back to throw. Monroe. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to 50. Hey, you watch over here.
Rodgers going to throw. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He completes it to Westbrook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right. You got 3 out.
Inside. Also over here.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
But someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
right. With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Kill.
Go.
Motion.
Go.
On 1st down, Monroe. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Miles Jack with a sack.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey.
Check the hot read.
Looking to throw. Monroe. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player.
Here we go.
While the trainers take a look,
70,
we'll step aside.
Check
61, matchbox lights.
On 1st and 10, Monroe. And finding the tight end Hooper. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Ready?
throwing on first down. Monroe, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
48 Mike. 48 Mike.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper. As the first half is winding down, and the Falcons push further out in front. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
45 Mike. 45.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this one complete to Smith. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Rodgers now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Check now. You got 58. Back north.
Now Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. The final shot before half for Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Rodgers, a final shot before break. And that's caught by Smith. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Deep ball for Goodwin. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Shift. Check 15, check 15. Pilot, 64, weak. Go. Motion. Reset. Let's go.
On first down, Monroe. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
Hatchet. 6-6, pull it high. On the ball. 48. You don't like the 48. Right there, go.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Set. 10-2 start.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons push further out in front.